Hello. I'm still working on this monitor here. I just wanted to show you one more. Oh, boy, it's funny. You see every little nook and cranny. And then you say, oh yeah, that little corner. There's a little dust there. Try, and it shows up more, of course. Like when everything is dusty, it's like, oh yeah, it's dusty. Okay, so the other thing I did is I did run this down the cord. Look at that. I did it 3 or 4 times. And the cord, it looks fine. But obviously, there is some filth of the ages there. There just is. And I suppose, because I've done that, because I'm here, I'll give the plug a little rub down. To try and get any little bit of dust off. Ta-da! Now that is not what I had in mind, but I thought it's a good thing to just do that now. And toss this back in the bucket. And I'm going to put the cord up here. And maybe I'll pause and shift things around. Maybe I will. Hello. We are continuing, but this is different. This is, at this moment anyway, the top of a 2031 high-profile disk drive that spent a good many years working away, but then a lot longer in a garage. So here is an example of the magic eraser. I'm just going to rub up and down on this one side. There is some pretty serious schmutz here. So I'm going to give it some extra attention. And it's not quite gone, but it's very close to being gone. This way it really got it. Anyway, I think you can see already, just from not much at all, there's a vast difference. Now this stuff here, sometimes, you gotta let things go for a bit and come back. Let's do a little bit more up here. Oh yeah. Anyway, you can see before, after. Now this label thing, I don't know how much success I'll have with that. I'm going to leave this I'm not going to squeeze those, and you know what, I'm going to be brave. I'm going to leave it up here. And then I'll go at the label, or whatever was here, and just see if there is any hope of this taking that off. So I'm going to do the very heavy-duty concentrated effort here. Well, it's not completely gone, but it's mostly gone. And I'm suspecting if I put my finger on here good and tight again, it's almost there. You know what I gotta do? This is kind of awkward. I need to be able to really put pressure on this. And gravity helps. Okay, that may be something that isn't going to come. But this label thing, whatever it was, it's not quite all gone, but it's mostly gone. All right, I'm going to put that back in there. Ooh. Squeeze it out. Bring it up. Now you can still see the top there. All right. So I'll just go at the top. Oh. I'm not over top of the vent things, but I will be. This is what we call the filth of the ages on that. There. Magic eraser down, magic eraser down. So let me just hold this up here because I'm almost finished the top. There. There in the corners what it looked like. There's where we're at. Wow. Okay. So push along in line with the ridges and go against the grain on the side and keep going at the vent holes. Okay. There is oftentimes some bits, little bits of the magic eraser do fly off, and so be it. It's well worth the effort to get these relics as shiny as they can be. Oh, now we're not. Okay. I don't know if you can see. Still a little bit of the label here, just a little bit. But in terms of the color of everything here, it's quite magnificent. I'm going to rinse again. There comes a time when you really got to change the water. I don't think I'm there quite yet. Now the side is not looking as bad as what the top did. But just as an example, I'll use some rubbing along here. About halfway. And there's some schmutz on there. But if I lift this up, you should be able to see pretty much the line. It's not as pronounced, certainly, as on the top. The sides are better at avoiding the filth of the ages. that is quite lovely. Now, you know what? There's more. There's more stuff to be done, and it may be that, it may be I have to take the case off and go from the inside a bit, but still quite wonderful. Okay, let's do the other side. We'll get some fresh water. Okay. Oh no. Stand by. Oh, I had to sneeze. It's usually I don't have much of a head start on, or enough notice when a sneeze is coming to be able to pause. But that time I did. Now it's funny, as this is going well, this side is going well, but as I lift this up, I can see, and I don't know what I can do about it, there's definitely more, maybe it's rust in the top vent things, and you really can't see it so much unless you're looking from the side. Anyway, here is a much more lovely 2031. Now, I have not done the front yet, and I think I might spend a little more time on this label. Because I can. It's funny, this alright, that's looking pretty fine. I wonder why this sits a little bit off. It's got all its feet, but yet it does. Okay, so now, will that stand nice? Yes, it will. Oh. Squeeze it out, and then see about the front. Actually, I guess I gotta lean this over a bit, because part of where dust generally gets is right in here. The little kind of slant where you would put the disc in. And that's hard to see. And then, of course, along where the disc goes in. Oh, yeah, and of course, I know you can't see this, but I gotta do this. On the top where the disk drive sticks out just a little wee bit, there's a nice goober of dust. And just right above where you put the disc in, that is where the dust will get. It will. So all things considered, oh, yeah, gotta close the door. Running across there too. All things considered, this is now a whole lot better looking than it was. Now this mark here, I think it is actually damage to the paint, so I really don't think anything I can do to make it any better. I just don't think so. And there's a little mark just by this one thing. I'm gonna have a go at this thing here for a moment, even though I do believe there is no hope. So we'll go back to the label area, give another little. And the label, from what I can tell, could be considered gone. The rest inside the louvers ain't, but there's a little spot here. Just a little spot. Oh. So I'm concentrating on it. Oh, look at that. And it is gone. And oh yeah, a little bit more. So it's funny, as you do this, you see more flaws. Because once it's all nice and clean, any little blemish then shows up. See, Magic Eraser. It's having a rough day. But that's okay. We're not here to save Magic Erasers. We're not. Oh, is that a little pen spot on the side? Or a little scratch? Remember, yellowing will not go away. Scratches will not go away. But the filth of the ages will go away. I suppose the other thing I could do while I'm here is give the feet a little shine. Do the bottom, which of course won't really gather much in the way of dust. And then there is the back. And of course I will be careful not to upset any of the warning stickers. The CSA approval, the serial number. I never did check what the serial number was on this one compared to the other one, which was the very first disk drive that Richard and I ever had. And why did we get a single? Because the price of the dual drives was like crazy. That's probably why Commodore never really came out with dual drives for the 64 and other such things. They was too pricey. Okay, so now I am not going to plug this in and turn it on at the moment. I will hold it up and say, look at the top. Not mint, but really fine. And I still wonder why. I'll have to check and see if there's something missing from the feet. Or maybe the table's a little off kilter. I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, so there. And these, I've cleaned a 1702 joystick, a couple of Vic-20 things, and this 2031 high profile. See, the 2031 high profile is a rare thing. They didn't make them for long because soon they had these cases that looked just like the 1541 that they started to put these in. So indeed, these are rare. All right, I see a little schmutz. Time to get the eraser back out. just along the edge of the sticker. And who knows, maybe this is leftover from the magic eraser. I don't know. Don't want to hurt the sticker though. See, the magic eraser is kind of coming apart a bit. Oh well, that's what they do. As you can see, it's yeah. But we got a bunch of things that look a whole lot better. We do. Alright, I'll put this down. Oh, and just leave it here. Maybe in a day or so I'll plug it in, but not before that. Just in case the tiniest little bit of water got in there. Oh, if you want to see this again, that's the magic eraser we've been using. That's the way it started. Yes, they wear out. They do. Alright, so I am going to get rid of the water. It's not safe being here. And then we'll see what else we'll get into here in the TV room, where I'm David Bradley, your host. Bye for now.